Good morning and welcome to Aura-Soma's message in a bottle. Today we have a strong message coming through, and it is represented with bottle number 16. It is violet, and it's called the Violet Robe. And this is all specifically, the violet is a really transformative color. So it's alchemy. And it's always in the name of love. The transformation is always with love. And that's where the alchemizing comes from. And it's guided by your soul, by spirit, by the greater good, for the greater good. That is the purpose of violet. And it brings us in touch with our purpose, which is the mantra that I put up for the bottle today. It is, the more I get in touch with my purpose, the more fulfilling my life will be. Now, you're going to see that mantra, and then you're going to look at the tarot card, which is very graphic, and be like, okay, why does that look so terrifying? It's talking about getting in touch with my purpose, and that should feel amazing. Why does it look terrifying? Oftentimes, our true purpose is the most terrifying thing for us to step into, correct? It has been for me. I can say that for sure. For some reason, every fear comes up the closer I get to my truth. And here's the thing with the spiritual path is we're always changing, and we're always coming through to another layer. So there's always going to be an agent of transformation in our life. And in the transformation, for us to transform, there's a letting go. And there is a grief process that comes with it. So that is really what this is telling us. In order to step into our purpose, there is a letting go. There is also the grief that comes with that and allowing it. So it's really, this bottle is awakening to your true self. That's what these energies of this bottle will do for you when you work with it personally and putting it on your body every day. It's going to help you open up to that true self from the guidance from above, which is the crown. This is where the best chakra is, the violet. And that is going to lead us into what is meant for us, all in a way to be of service for the greater good that comes from the depths within, from our heart, from our joy and our passion. That's what this bottle brings us to. It's actually called, there's a word for this, when we have a complete change of being. And that's a lot of times what happens is all of a sudden something happens, which is what this card is really telling us. Something happens in our life where we are struck by lightning in our heart, in our mind, and the tower. So we are struck by something and it completely changes us. Completely. We can't be the same. And the true suffering happens when we resist that change and we cling on to who we used to be, because we aren't that. And when that happens, this is a term called metanoia. That is a complete change of being, completely a new person. And that's what this bottle, again, is representing, is that complete change. And if there's any false structures that we have created in our lives, that we've built from someplace, we've built something with a foundation that is not aligned with our purpose, or is not aligned to love or to be of service for the greater good, it is going to get top heavy, like this top of this tower, and it will crumble. And you can see that there's a couple people falling out from the tower. And that in this card represents like the emperor or the Pope. So that is like these people that have been in the place of power, but not authentically aligned with truth or to be of service for the greater good. And that will not be sustained anymore. And this is not just for us. This is globally. This is going to happen. Systems that are not aligned for the greater good, are not intentionally created for the greater good and the benefit for everyone, it won't last. You will notice this in your life and in the external life around you. Things will be dissolved that are not aligned. And it's even some things, it's not always like that it's not aligned. Maybe it's something you started, like a creative project or something in your life you started, but then it just kind of dissolves and it loses the momentum. Not to say that it wasn't aligned for the greater good, but it's just no longer of service for you. It's time for something new. There's a new chapter, there's a new path, and that is the path of the spiritual seeker. This is how it goes. We aren't here to do the same thing every day. We're here to grow and have new experiences. And so that's what this card is going to do. It helps us to step into that. But there's also the grieving that comes with this entire process of honoring the death of whatever has happened in your life, whatever is changing. And this is also with any kind of loss. So this could be if someone is passed away, you're going to have a complete change of being from that. You will be changed from death in any sort of way, or just a change in your life, a new path. So we have to allow ourselves this grieving process and to go through and express all of that so that we can step into this new life. So this is kind of like the spark, boom, it comes through. You feel like your life isn't working the way it's going anymore. And there's got to be something that changes, a complete change. Who has felt that? I'm in it again right now. And honestly, even this morning in a different deck that I chose, that I do every morning for myself, this exact message came through. Nothing that is not aligned with you or your service or where you're meant to be at this point in time will continue. You will not be able to ignore it. The tower will crumble and you will be changed in the heart, in the mind, in the body, in the spirit. And it's okay. It's part of the process. And this is where we connect and we come together and we unite and we help each other through this, because this is no joke. When things come through to completely change our lives, it can be chaotic, it can be scary, it can be all sorts of things. If someone loses someone to death, I mean, what do? We love them, right? We give compassion to them. And that's no different when our life changes in these different ways. It could be very subtle or it could be quite big. It doesn't matter. This is where compassion comes together and we unite and we reach out and we have our tribe that's going through this, that understands and doesn't question or punish you for this change that you maybe don't necessarily know what's going, but you just can't be who you used to be. Let's not punish people for that. We are going to be changing as a collective and as society and as personal beings. We are evolving very quickly. So we need to be connected to that truth and honor people's paths as they go through that. We need to honor and understand that they are going through something so we can compassionately support them from a place that's not involved or trying to get into their path, but we can observe and witness and hold space for them. And that's what we need to. And that's what I'm here to do. If anyone is going through this, I completely understand. Oh my God, I can't even tell you how many times I've changed. I changed. I'm a new person from last week. I'll tell you that. I'm completely different. It can happen that quick. So that's really what this bottle is about. And it's in service. This bottle is in service to you in your path. All these changes in your life are in service to you, and it's really hard to see that when we're in the thick of it. And it doesn't mean to take away the pain or the grief, but it always is in service. We need these changes to be on our path, and the choice is, are we going to do it? Are we going to take those action steps in that new direction and honor these changes? That's the piece. We can see them and know them, but we don't always do something about it. But really what is happening, we won't be able to get away with that. It will be completely too painful, and we can't ignore the true path that's coming through, because we'll keep getting struck by the lightning. We will keep getting struck by spirit, which is only trying to help us. That is the point, okay? So yes, this bottle seems scary, but it's really not. It's like catapulting you into the direction that you know you are designed to go. And once you're on that, again, it brings us back to the mantra, which is, the more I get in touch with my purpose, the more fulfilled my life will be. So that is where it's taking us. And I did put this up. Here's the bottle. If you have any questions, please reach out. I know what this feels like. Metanoia is beautiful once you get through it. When you're in it, it's hard. please reach out. I'm here for you. This is why I do what I do, to help guide you through this. We don't need to do it alone, and we're not supposed to. It's about coming together in unity. We have to be co-creating, coming together. This is the new world. It's not about just us. It's bringing all our wonderful talents, intelligence, gifts together and creating a new world. That's the point, okay? So much love to all of you, and I hope you're doing well. Have a beautiful day, and I will be back in next week, okay? Bye.